Hello from Topeka. I'm Marley Carpenter, your KSCPA lobbyist. Lawmakers returned last week for their 4-day recess to officially start the second half of the 2025 legislative session. This week, there's about 120 hearings scheduled, so it will be fast and furious. With the budget committees continue to work, other controversial issues are beginning to peek through discussions. Foreign land ownership, immigration, income tax cuts are just some of the issues to expect to be on the agenda in March. The Senate Federal and State Affairs Committee on Tuesday had a contentious hearing on SCR 1611, which proposes a constitutional amendment to replace Supreme Court Nominating Commission with direct election of judges. The House Tax Committee introduced House Bill 2396 this week, which creates a $60 million fund to reward cities and counties that keep their spending below inflation. This is the House new property tax relief plan that they intend to work this week. The proposal includes a mechanism allowing residents to challenge the excessive local spending through protest petitions. The plan emerges as an alternative to previously stalled proposals, including a 1.5 mil cut to school property tax and the Senate approach for capping property assessed values at 3% per year. Chairman Smith indicated that the House will still pursue a constitutional amendment, but it will be a rolling 6-year average instead of the Senate's 3% cap proposal. The hearing is scheduled on House Bill 2396 on Tuesday in the House Tax Committee. The House Tax Committee also heard House Bill 2336 that changes the business tax apportionment. Specifically, it introduces the use of a single factor sales for businesses' income alongside deductions related to these factors. The bill addresses the corporate income tax rate reduction and clarifies how sales and other tangible personal properties are handled, particularly excluding the sale of electricity and natural gas public utilities within a unitary group. This week, the House and Senate committee ramped up and continued a frenzy pace with committees working all 5 days. Many hearings will be held, specifically Senate Bill 179, which establishes a state child income tax credit, Senate Bill 51, which provides a sales tax exemption for the construction or remodeling of qualified data centers, and Senate Bill 178, which requires local law enforcement to enter in agreements with federal agencies to enforce federal immigration reform. Also, a hearing has been scheduled on Wednesday in the Senate Tax Committee on a bill that has yet to be read in that would phase down the income tax and eliminate HPIP, PEAK, and the low-income housing tax credit. We will continue to watch that bill. Finally, 2 KSCPA-specific bills. The occupational licensure bill that was discussed earlier this session, Senate Bill 229, is not likely to move and may be revisited again next session. And the amendments offered to the Office of the State Banking Commissioners bill that were offered by the Kansas Bankers Association will not be pursued this year. These amendments would require a CPA to register with the OSCB and allow additional professionals to provide key reports and company paperwork. If you have questions about any of these issues, please contact myself or Danielle at the KSCPA office. Thanks so much and have a great week.